Hi, and welcome back to my channel. It's PY here again. Yes, it's all gonna be faith, fashion, and health. Yeah, so three basic things I'll always talk about. So the reason I'm on YouTube is just to encourage people and to help you see that you can be whosoever you want to be and achieve what you want to achieve. Okay? Yeah, so we got that. Alright. Yes, today we'll be talking about something I love this topic, and the reason I love it so much is because I think it's something that we all deal with, and that's falling in love with ourselves. It's easy to fall in love with somebody else or like the image of somebody else, but when it comes to yourself, you're dealing with your issues. You're dealing with who you are, what you don't like about yourself. I know the number of times I've looked at the mirror and thought my nose was big, or I felt I was getting too fat, or something. There's always something. I've always noticed that we never see perfection in ourselves, but we see perfection in some other person, celebrity, a friend. Somebody else is perfect except for us. And forgetting that they're also dealing with their issues, and they try and strive to look perfect in your eyes, and you seeing that, and you're seeing the mirage that is being created by another person. So self-image, I remember when I was in secondary school, and that's high school for a lot of people. We use different terms, and I remember one day my tutor at the time, a maths tutor, and I remember I was talking to him, and he said, "Have you tried something before?" He said, the next day, tomorrow, that's the next day, look at yourself in the mirror and look at yourself naked in the mirror. And he said, well, you're gonna hate it, but the more you do it, the more you fall in love with yourself. And I remember the first time I did it, nah. And even then, like, as young as I was so I remember the first time I didn't like it, but now I do look at myself in the mirror and like, and looking at yourself in the mirror doesn't mean you see perfection. It means you see things you don't want to see. For example, you've got folds in your stomach, or you've got MAC here, or something. But it helps you to see that you are you. And the more you look at yourself in the mirror, you start talking to yourself and saying, you know what? You are you, and if you want to change this or change that, it's all right, it's okay. But if you don't love you from the inside, whatsoever you do on the outside would never match up with the person on the inside. So you need to fall in love with yourself. You need to understand that the picture somebody else is painting for you might not be the reality or what that person is facing. There's something my mother always told me. She says, if you go to a party, you're going to that party, you're admiring what another person is wearing, maybe the way they put this and that. You will be surprised that the person you're admiring might be admiring you, and you're like, I didn't have enough money to put this together, or I wasn't even sure about the color and all of that. But they'll actually be like, oh wow, she's looking good, and you're admiring that other person as well. So we will always admire one another. But the problem is that in your admiration become the picture of perfection. You're beautiful, you're wonderful the way you are. The nose you don't like, somebody else might be like, oh my god, I love the way our nose looks. Like when I was younger, I didn't like the shape of my face because I felt it was long. I wanted something circular, but somebody else would say and be like, I just love the way that, and that is the way it is. We're created to love one another, to admire one another, but the best you can do for yourself is love yourself for who you are. Don't throw jabs at yourself. Don't hate yourself for one thing you think you don't like and you want it better. Love yourself from the inside. Appreciate yourself from the inside. Know more about yourself, and just fall in love with yourself. You're so beautiful the way you are that you need to fall in love with yourself, because when insecurities come in the way, you end up striving for something that is not there. It's not there. So many times we talk about the models you see in the magazines. They're touched up, and that's because the photographer or the person editing the picture think that this is what perfection looks like. There's no definition of perfection. So love yourself, admire yourself. Don't let the words of other people take away from what you look like. You are the best you. You're the best picture of you. You cannot find that picture anywhere else, and that's the beauty of it. Stay strong. Don't let yourself, don't beat down yourself because you think you're not beautiful. You are beautiful. I'm telling you this, you are beautiful. I'm beautiful, you're beautiful, we're all beautiful. So learn to love yourself and learn to find out more about yourself. Love self. Alright, so thank you so much for listening, and I hope that encouraged someone there. I know it's quite short, but that's the aim of it. Just a word to encourage you. Whenever you feel some type of way, come and play this video and listen to it again and get all, I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. Yeah, you are beautiful. And thank you so much for watching. I always say working. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like it, and I hope you subscribe, and I hope you're encouraged by this. And I always would leave descriptions and links to stuff that encourages me down below, and you can always go there and look at it and see what makes me me. So thank you so much. Bye.